Welcome to Moss News.
Hi, I'm Moss News. A former Florida's chili server said he was fired after calling 911 on a mother who he had believed that was too drunk to drive home with her 7 children in a van. This situation started to raise questions about restaurant alcohol policies and workers' safety obligations. The server who posted this story online told followers that the trouble started when the 2 women arrived with 7 kids and began drinking while complaining about the service. She was good and drunk and real intoxicated, as he stated in the video. Said they was having a good old time. And as the group left near the closing, he says he saw one woman stumbling while yelling at the children and loading them into a minivan. And he noticed that and said, "Oh no, she's very drunk." And first thing that came to mind is that he's going to call 911, and he reported a suspected drunk driver with 7 children in the vehicle and gave the officers a description of the minivan. Police quickly arrived, surrounded the van in the parking lot, and spoke with the adults before allowing them to leave after arranging a different driver, according to his account. The server said that he had was recently required to complete an alcohol safety training that warned staff about liability if intoxicated customers drive. He said he did exactly what he was trained to do, and he got fired for it. He claims that his general manager terminated him hours later after documenting the incident and speaking with staff. Chili's have not responded to this news or this situation yet. So, first off, I would like to give a salute to that young man, because he saved a lot of lives. He saved those children's lives. He possibly saved the lives of those adults, those irresponsible adults. Because at the end of the day, I don't care how many times you've gotten drunk or intoxicated and you've done it so much to where you know your limits and you know that you'll still be good driving home or whatever. That's not the case. Anything can happen in a split second, especially when you're under the influence. So at the end of the day, salute to that young man, because he saved a lot of lives. Second of all, I think this was a blessing in disguise, because if a company like Chili's, which has gotten a lot of complaints, and I mean a lot, there's always reports about the working for Chili's. If they fired you for that, that's a company you do not want to work for. And I'm someone who's been in food service my whole life. That's a company you do not want to work for. Because one of the things I've noticed as far as working in food service, when they come out of nowhere with these safety training things and all this unnecessary training stuff, it's not because they, like, far as the managers and stuff, they're only doing it because the higher ups and the corporate people are making them do it. They could care less about that. They only do that because they're obligated to. They don't care nothing about them. They really don't. They really don't. And I look at this at 2 ways. The reason why he got terminated. First, while I was sitting there thinking about it, I'm pretty sure the general manager terminated him because he didn't want to make himself look bad. Because with him being a general manager and running that restaurant, it makes him look bad, and it'll make, like, whoever he has to report to and say, okay, where were you when all this was going on? Why wasn't you paying attention as far as to what was going on? Why did the server why did the server peep this and you didn't? So they got to save face. Or second, the reason why he was terminated, because in the news report it said after the general manager spoke with other staff members. It sounds like they had an issue with the young man, and they was looking for a reason to get rid of him. And trust me, I've been a victim of that. I've been a victim of, far as managers, far as in food service, not liking me all because I'm not an ass kisser, or, I don't, tap dance for them and stuff like that. And so they look for, when they find a reason not to like you, or when they have some kind of animosity towards you, they're looking for you to mess up or do anything so they can find a reason to get rid of you. So that's what it sounds like to me. It could be either one. They was looking for a reason to get rid of him. They didn't want him there. So I would say, salute to that young man, and I would say, I'm just gonna say, there's something better out there for you than working for a company like Chili's. They did you a favor. And salute to you for saving those lives, because there's no telling what could have happened. This is Mouse News. I'm out.